so just got to Minneapolis, and I thought Boston and Maine were cold, but looking outside the airplane, I think Minneapolis on a different level. So now I just need to get my things and find out where I'm staying this evening.
As soon as I collected my baggage from the airport, I was in a little bit of a dilemma. It was 1:30 and I wasn't sure if I should go straight to my Airbnb and hope that my host was in, or wait at the airport for a couple of hours and go at a more reasonable time. Because after all, I thought to myself,
I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? I don't sit outside in the cold for hours. That's okay. At least I've got my duck boots.
it's quite funny that I mention that. Anyway, I decided to risk it and get a cab to my Airbnb.
Hello, how you doing? Yeah, cold.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, man. We got there eventually.
Keep left at the fork.
This one,
Huh?
we missed before, this
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
what's going on?
We're happy.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so they weren't in, but that's okay because I waited, well, I asked my cab driver to stay just in case they weren't. So fortunately he did, so then he just took me to a coffee shop for a couple of hours so I could work.
Oh, right, have I got everything? Phone, wallet, keys. Yeah, let me grab that. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
awesome, thank you so much.
You're
I'll leave you
welcome.
to it, thank you.
Thank you so
It's
much.
nice meeting you.
Yeah, thank
Enjoy the rest of your day.
you.
Okay, so I'm at this bagel slash coffee shop in Minneapolis because, as you probably saw from the video I went to the Airbnb and none was in, so the risk that I took at the airport didn't pay off, and I'm unable to get in contact with my Airbnb host because it was booked under someone else's name. So I'm literally gonna have to go there later on tonight, hopefully, and someone's, fingers crossed, someone's in. So now all I can do is I'm gonna do some work from this coffee shop. At least I have a charger, I have Wi-Fi, and then I'll try and get an Uber around 7 o'clock or so, and then hope for the hope for the best, pretty much. So yeah, don't know what else to do really. So this has got past the point of funny now. It's freezing cold outside. There's snow everywhere. And I don't think there's anyone at my Airbnb. Let's try the doorbell one more time. Hopefully this works. Let me knock. Oh, knocking might do the trick. Fingers crossed that does it. I can't get over this, man. Who has an Airbnb and is not in? Who does that? And the thing is, I have no data, so I can't really call anyone. Like, where else do I go? Do I just wait here all day until someone comes in? I've got no email. I've got no email to give me codes or whatever. It was booked through someone else's account, so I called Airbnb and they can't even give me the contact details, so I am literally stranded. But if there's one quote that kind of sticks in my head right now, is you've got to play the cards you've been dealt with. So there will be a way around this. I just don't know what that is yet.
So yeah, The only cards that I had were to knock on my next door neighbour's door and ask them to call my host and hopefully get the codes off her, which she did.
Okay, let's see if this works. Are you ready? Oh, Nando. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And we're in. Home. Sweet home. Finally. Okay, we're here. And I am so relieved. And breathe. The most amazing things has happened. I went next door, had to knock on the window and let her know that, hey, I'm kind of stranded outside, I'm staying next door. And she let me into her house. She's called Karen, she called Elizabeth, the Airbnb owner. And now she's asked me to go back and have a tour around the block. It's incredible, she's so nice, she's so friendly. So I don't think I can record that because obviously I need to spend time with my new best mate Karen. But I'll see you tomorrow and I'll let you know how it goes.
So yeah, about that. She was super friendly, don't get me wrong, and it was so nice of her to call my host and to get the codes and to welcome me into her home and then offer to show me around the town. But it was a little bit too much because I thought we were just going to walk around the block and see some of the houses and get to know the local area. But she had different ideas. She opened her car with her keys and I said to her, are we going in the car? And she went, well, yeah, like I'm going to drive you around and we're going to see all this stuff. And do you know when you get too deep into something and you can't say no? That is exactly what happened to me. I was said yes to all this time, so I couldn't backtrack now. So I got in the car with her, which now was a stupid mistake and I know I shouldn't do. You should never really get into a car with someone that you don't know or know anything about, right? So we went on a drive. And we didn't just go for a drive around the streets in the area. She took me to this really dark lake where there were no lights, there were no houses. And I literally felt like I was in the middle of nowhere. And all of a sudden I started to feel really nervous. I start thinking of worst case scenarios, and looking back, I know I shouldn't have done, because I know my neighbour just wanted to show me around and she was being super friendly, but I was tired, I had just been on a flight and I was really starting to get nervous. So after driving for about 15 minutes, I just said, hey, I want to go back, I'm feeling really uncomfortable, I've got loads of work to do tomorrow, can you please take me back to my Airbnb? So fortunately she did. But when I got back into my home that evening, I felt really shook up for some reason. And I don't know why that is. Is it based on everything we hear in the news and the media that we get scared when someone offers us hospitality and that makes us think about all these scenarios? So what is it? Like, I didn't understand why I felt like that, because ultimately this was just a person who was lovely, to be honest, and she wanted to show me around, but like, I just jumped to conclusions. So I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts about that. Was I a bit strange for thinking that I was gonna get kidnapped and what have you, or is that just normal human instincts kicking in? I don't know. It was fine. It all worked out eventually, that's the main thing. And I managed to finally get into my Airbnb and I had somewhere to sleep that evening. But that was my first day in Minneapolis. In retrospect, not much went on, and it's quite difficult to make a video of something that's actually generally quite uneventful. But tomorrow, it's another video about Minneapolis, but I didn't actually do anything. So the video isn't a vlog per se, it is more of an update of the things that I learned from traveling. And I loved looking back on this next video, so please subscribe, like and comment, and you'll be notified as soon as that new video comes out, because I'm actually really looking forward to sharing it with you. Anyway, that is everything from me, and I will see you at the next video.